What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back with the Civic. You've probably already noticed, but we have got some different wheels. These are from a Honda Jazz VTI. They're 15-inch wheels. Nothing particularly fascinating about them, but I got them pretty cheap, so I decided to grab them. And they're a little bit better than the older 14s that we've got here. Like, these do have their own charm, but they're pretty banged up and, you know, they're not that great. So these just look a little bit better. Just looks a little bit nicer. But anyway, that's not what we're doing today. Obviously, I already got them on the car. What we're going to be doing today, changing up the look of this front bar a little bit. So what I went and got was a Type R style front lip and grille. So we're going to be putting these on today. Now I know what you're thinking, this car doesn't exactly look the best, it doesn't really need it, and it should, the lip should get painted. But for now, you'll know what I mean later on, but for now, this will do fine. I was going to get a rear lip as well, but they were out of stock, so I'm waiting for them to get more stock. Then I can get one and put that on as well. But for now, front end will do. Let's jump into that. Got to take the bumper off completely, so I've got to figure out how to do that. So from what I can gather, I've got to pop these clips off. Watch out for the spider. So that gets the top section done there, but I'm pretty sure there's a couple of... I'm probably going to have to pull this liner back in here, and I'm sure there's a couple of screws, at least one holding onto the fender, and there's probably a couple underneath for the under tray. So I'm going to try and do all this without jacking up the car, just because I can't be bothered, but I might have to. I'm pretty much just going to turn the wheels completely. Hopefully I should be able to get enough room in there to at least pop those. And it's high enough that I should be able to get underneath to undo the belly pan thing, whatever you want to call them. All right, so we're going to get into this. I'm just going to pop all these clips first, which is fairly simple. Now, if you don't have one of these, screwdriver will be fine. There we go, it's all them off. Now I've got to figure out the quarter panel situation. All right, so it looks like, if you can see them, there's another couple of clips here and a couple of other places, like there, there. I'm just gonna pop this top one, and hopefully I can just move this out of the way enough that I can undo the nut or bolt or whatever's in there holding the bumper on. Well, just my luck, that clip completely snapped, so, you know, what else would it do? Of course it's gonna snap. Alright, so I got that clip out. I pulled this all back a little bit, but it looks like it's only held on by one screw right there, so I probably didn't need to do all that, but that's fine. I'll replace that clip with another one. It's where nothing goes right with this car. Now I know this car has been in a crash before, so guaranteed none of it lines up properly. Half the clips are probably broken. Alright, so that's one part off. And yes, it was just that. I didn't need to pull off any of the inner liner. It was just one screw, and it was easy to get to, so I broke that clip for no reason. Alright, on to the other side. Okay, so that's that one out as well. Alright, now it looks like there's a couple of bolts underneath I need to undo. Alright, so it looks like the bumper's ready to come off now. There was just two screws under there, but this bumper is destroyed. So I'm guessing there's probably more to it on a car that isn't wrecked. And you can tell it's been in a crash since the crash support is green, not silver. And there's been fiberglass repairs done to it as well. I don't know why you'd fiberglass repair this, but yeah, someone's done it. Put this over here and have a look in here just to make sure there's no major damage. It looks like the front's pretty straight. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the grille, which there's a couple of screws in there holding it in place. It looks broken, but that's okay because we're replacing it. Yeah, here's a closer look at the fiberglass repairs or whatever they've done to it. It looks terrible, but that's okay. Obviously, the body isn't staying this damaged. Things are in motion for all this stuff, but I'm not going to let you guys know exactly what's going on until it happens. Anyway, so we're going to remove the grille, flip the bumper upside down, clean it, and then start fitting up all this stuff. So let's get into that. Okay, the 2 screws are off at the bottom, and this should just pull out this way, like that. So that's the grille out, and we don't need that anymore. Yeah, so this is all pretty bad. All I'm going to do is give it a quick wipe down with some quick detailer, just so it's nice and clean for when the lip goes on. Alright, it's not really going to get any better than that, so we're just going to put this on and see how it goes. Now I'm pretty sure this is supposed to have tape on it to hold that down, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. For now, it's just going to sit there, so it's all pretty much fine. And these tabs here as well, they sort of fold down, so it like pulls it in place. And then we just have a couple of screws on the end here. So what we're going to do first is get these tabs in place just enough so it all holds in properly. And then we're going to put the screws in the back, in the side here. And then that's it. It's pretty simple really. And it comes with all the hardware you need. This is pretty cheap. I got it from Mr. Body Kits. I'll put the link in the description. But I think this was only like $170, I want to say. It's probably cheaper than that. I don't know, I can't remember, but it was only about $170, and the grill was about $90 or something like that. But yeah, I'll put the link in the description for both of these items so you guys can get them if you want them. All right, so first one. So I'm going to do the middle first. Hopefully I can get that into position. So basically just screw that on there, put the nut on the back end side, and we're going to put it up in these smaller gaps here, otherwise it'll just fall straight through there. And by doing that, it actually pulls the gap of this right where it needs to be. So it's actually a pretty good fitting kit. Now I'm just going to do the same to this one and this one, then get the sides into place and mark up some holes, then drill them, screw it all in, she's done. Nice and easy. Okay, so those are all screwed in. Now it's not 100% perfect fitment, but you know, once these get screwed in, all right, now I'm going to get a drill bit. Oh no, these are self-tappers. I'm going to get a drill. Okay, now I'm just basically not measuring any of this stuff. This bumper's destroyed. I'm just doing this because I have all the stuff here and I can. So that's why I'm doing this right now. But this bumper is destroyed. I do need a new one, so I'm not really measuring and making sure this is all correct. I'm just going by feel. That side screwed in. All right, so that's all actually screwed in. The only gap that I've got is right here. It just needs to be pushed in a bit, but if I was to do this properly, I would put some like really good 3M tape right along here and apply that first, and then I would screw it all in. For this purposes, this looks fine. It does actually look pretty cool, so now I'm just gonna put the grill on. So let's open up that and see how that fits. Right, so there's the grill. It's already kind of in a gloss black, so it kind of looks good. See how this fits in. The fitment's not perfect, but it could just be the bumper because the bumper's broken. No, it looks alright. It'll do, I think. It doesn't actually have the cutouts for it, but that's fine. So that's what we're working with. Let's put that on last because there's no actual cutouts for these that go into. This just sort of slides in there and then clips on the top there. So let's put the bumper back on. So that's what we're working with. Looks pretty cool. The grill's all nice on there. It's not the best fitment grill, but honestly that could just be because my bumper is knackered, my bonnet is knackered. This needs a whole new front end, so this might fit better if it's a newer car is in better condition than mine. This might fit better. As for the lip itself, I mean, with some double-sided tape, it fits pretty good. I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it was about an hour for me to do all this, and that's with filming. So if I was doing this without filming, probably only about half an hour to 45 minutes. And it looks kind of cool. Obviously it would look better if it was body color. We don't have to worry about that just yet. Not bad for less than $300 and about 45 minutes of work. that'll be it for today, guys. Thought I'd do that just to show you guys what we're sort of doing with this thing. Bit of an interesting video rather than painting crappy shit like I've been doing lately. It's actually starting to come along, starting to do some actual mods to it. If you like this video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Comment below what you think. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you get notified whenever I bring out a new video, because they're not set just yet. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.